Hey everyone, welcome back to CALLOUS Invitational 6. I'm 918, bringing to you a real round 1 doozy of a matchup in Ian versus Dice. Both of these players are excellent, well-respected members of the community. They're both great players, and honestly, this is one of my most exciting matchups of round 1. I was really looking forward to this one. I'm so happy I get to narrate it. But without any further ado, let's just get right into it. We have Ian here on the bottom, and Dice on the top. Here we go. Alright, Salaman's lead for Eden, Zapdos lead for Dice, and Ian just goes straight for the rock slide and misses and gets toxic for his troubles. That's oh, that's a rough turn one. Pulling it back now to Blissey, and Dice makes a beautiful double switch to Tyranitar. And pulls it back to Jirachi, and Blissey just stays in its seismic tosses. Ian trying to make up for some early progress lost there with that turn 1 exchange, and now gets a seismic toss or 2 off on Jirachi, and all Dice has done to reciprocate here is hit Blissey with the Toxic, which, it could shrug off any day of the week. And now in comes Eden's own Jirachi as Dice goes for a Wish. Oh, they both have Wish. Okay, so we're looking at a bit of a Fear-Rachi here for Dice, and Eden, with the Wish Calm Mind. Oh man, I think that, wonder if, between the lead Ments there and this, wonder if that Bliss is like aromatherapy or something. And another Calm Mind, that's ballsy. And Hidden Power Grass on the T-Tar. That's big. And big crit from T-Tar. Eden pulling it back to Blissey. And Dice also making an intelligent double with Zapdos here. Not letting the T-Tar go. And a Baton Pass from Zapdos into Jirachi, which shoots a Seismic Toss. Alright, we're back to this song and dance. Both of them. Let's see, he's got a Seismic Toss and a Wish. Alrighty then. Not too bad. And there's a Fire Punch from Dice and another Seismic Toss. Eden, very content to just stay in Seismic Toss, not fearing anything this Jirachi has. Dice, very content to just spam Wish and Protect. And, mixing up, gets a Toxic, lands it on the Suicune. Okay, yeah, I imagine this Coon has Rest, and yeah, he's Calm Minding here. I bet this Suicune has a Rest. And another Calm Mind as Zapdos comes in. Suicune's getting a little big here, though. I don't know. Let's see. Toxic damage starting to rack up, though. There's a Thunderbolt hitting for 29%. That's pretty underwhelming. And there is Rest indeed. All right. Dice just staying in. Going to continue to chip at the Suicune with Thunderbolts. See if you can't get lucky with a well-timed crit. That could put Suicune in some dire straits here, but so far hasn't been able to find it. And another T-Bolt and another Rest. No Sleep Talk, it seems, for Eden. Otherwise, I feel like we would have seen it by now. I wonder if at some point Dice needs to worry about PP. Let's see, Zapdos is at 19, but that's not accurate because of pressure, so he's probably starting to get a little low there. I'm sure it's fine. And another a Baton Pass into Dugtrio as Suicune goes for another Rest. Oh, that could be huge. All right, let's see how much this Dugtrio is going to do with Earthquake. And yeah, I think Suicune's done here. All right, Dice getting a nice Baton Pass in on a Rest, predicted Rest, and Eden's going to pay with their Suicune as Dugtrio picks up an easy KO, and Salamence comes back in to get a free attack off on the switch to Gengar. Probably predicting Zapdos there and not going for the Hidden Power Flying, if it has it. But that's a Rock Slide. That's an underwhelming amount of damage. Wow. Wonder what the... We got to double out on the Hypno Miss. Gotta love Hypnogar. Wow, beautiful Rock Slide from Ian, though. Perfectly catching that Zapdos. That's brutal. Baton Pass into Jirachi as Claydol comes in. The Claydol Pokemon. And we have a Wish and a Toxic. And, Eden's team's got a fair amount of status on it. I mean, this Claydol is Toxic. Salamence is Toxic. Suicune was Toxic, but also was Rest. I'm still betting this Bliss is aromatherapy Bliss. Wish, Seismic Toss, back to this same old song and dance. Another thing that surprised me is, What if he's... And there's aromatherapy. Yeah, okay. Interesting, then. I wonder if that Doug could pick up another KO on that Blissey then, but we're not going to see it right now as Dice goes for another Fire Punch, this time connecting with the Metagross. Taking another one and a crit. Yikes. Jirachi taking a underwhelming 49% from that Earthquake, though. That Fire Punch crit, that's unfortunate. And in comes Salamence, which gets Fire Punched for its trouble and gets burned. Oh, Jirachi. Okay. And switch out. Oh, Fire Blast. Ooh. Okay. Mix Ments with Rock Slide. That's cool. Love that. And T-Tar now gets burned for its troubles. Let's see if Eden still has... Oh, no, he's just going to pull back. And, ooh, Dice goes for a Protect. Probably scouting for either HP Grass or Brick Break, I would imagine. And Claydol whiffs an Earthquake on another Claydol. And we now have Claydol on Claydol. And they're both Psychicking, and it's doing nothing. We might be here for a minute if both of them are content to play out this Claydol mirror here, and crit Rapid Spin doing as much as Psychic. That's oh boy. Oh, and Eden calls it in right then and there. All right then. Well, that well, I guess it is pretty hard for Eden to win this. I imagine, this Salamence, is really low and burnt. Blissey, is probably going to have, soft-boiled in either Status or Ice Beam last. So I guess he really just has to bank on this Jirachi, which is at 8% thanks to that T-Tar crit, and there's a Dugtrio that's at full health. So kind of just stuck with that Claydol matchup. Yeah, Dice's Claydol just kind of goes to town on this team. Salamence probably could hit it with coverage, but I don't know. Wow, that felt really close, but also just really far away. Dice with a really well-played game one there. That was a good game. All right, let's move on to game number 2. Winner of this moves on to round 2 winners bracket. The loser goes down to the losers bracket. Here we go. Eden needs to win off 2 games in order to get the win. Dice just needs to seal it here, and we have a Salamence and a T-Tar. Eden, once again, just going for the full aggro turn 1 Rock Slide. And Dice pulling it back to Starmie. It might be a bulky star here, and Eden reveals a Fortress. And there's a Magneton. And spike number 1 for Fortress, and that's all it's going to get. Hidden Power Fire, just dropping it. And in comes Salamence once again. Pulling it back immediately to T-Tar, and Dice goes to Blissey. That was a nice double switch from Eden. Was that a double switch? Whatever. And Seeing Bliss. Ooh. Dice bringing out the Sing/Hypnosis for the second game in a row here. And Swampert's just going to go for a Focus Punch while taking a nap. And let's be honest, it's just focusing on taking that nap as Dice spikes up 2 layers and eats a Focus Punch for a 34%. Protect, Focus Punch, and yep, all right. Gaining leftovers, another Focus Punch, and Dice gets the 3rd layer of spikes up. Eden most likely does not have a secondary spinner, so those spikes might be permanent. And more Focus Punch, doubling it out to Earthquake, predicting a switch, but instead Dice just says, nah, I'm roaring. That's not good. And T-Tar comes out. Protect. Fire Blast. Yep, that checks out. Fortress, Sutar. Yep, makes sense. And in comes Flygon, which eats a crunch immediately for 41%. And it is not getting leftovers of note. Interesting. It has Toxic. Oh, whoa. Toxic non-lefties Flygon. And it didn't gain a boost from that either, so maybe Lum. Oh, Tyranitar getting a Spadef drop. But I don't think it really matters too much. And there's a Rock Slide on the Salamence, does 50%. T-Tar most likely just going to get out of the way here. No, T-Tar staying in and gets another Rock Slide, and that will KO the Salamence there. Eden getting a little bowl the Fire Blast prediction. I like the play, but just fell a little short in this case. Swampert failing to pick up the KO with EQ, eating a crunch for its trebles. And in comes Skarmory on another Earthquake. It's going to blank that, gain lefties. Focus, punch, and gets roared out for its treble. In comes T-Tar, which is toxic and stepping on 3 layers of spikes. Oh boy, I bet that feels great. Another Fire Blast, another Protect. I think this is a winner where Eden's going to click now, and nothing, because T-Tar is going to sacrifice itself on some spikes. And in comes Starmie. And that might be in range of Surf. We'll see. Yeah, just dice going just for Surf. Try to remove that T-Tar. Now Blissy's in, and I don't think that Spike's sticking around. Nope. Ooh, T-Bolt Bliss. That's nice. Maybe looking at a nice little Bolt Beam Bliss. Those are cool. Soft Boiled. All right, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Blissey coming in as nothing on that team really wants to get chipped. And did he use Wish? Ooh. Wish T-Bolt Soft Boiled. That's cool. In comes Swampert. Gonna eat a Seismic Toss, but it's gonna live. Swampert's quite bulky. And we got the Wish off on Swampert. Swampert back up to a respectable 60%. Whiffs another Earthquake on Skarmory. We need to see a Focus Punch and Drill Peck. Dice pulling the trigger on Drill Peck this time. That's going to set Ian a bit for a loop here. It's been his main way of dealing with this Skarmory. I don't think he has a... I don't think that Swampert has a water move. He hasn't revealed it yet. And Desperation Ice Beam there. That's not looking good. And here comes Milo. I wonder if it's like Roar or Refresh last. Pretty cool. Milo going to Toxic the Starmie, but this Starmie is quite tanky and has Recover, so I don't think it really cares too much about that Toxic. 2 Nat Cures, I mean, that Milo might be wall-to-all attorney. And here comes Blissey on Blissey. Wish, Seismic Toss. Okie dokie. Now we got into Swampert. And Sing. Swampert's going to take another nap. We'll see what Ian chooses to do here. Skarmory, burn a sleep turn. Alrighty. Burn another sleep turn. Skarmory's just going to roar it out. In comes T-Tar. Really not like stepping on those 3 layers of spike. Those spikes are really hurting eating. That early Mag Trap was really proving its merit here. This is looking really tough for Eden. Not out of it yet, though. Blissey, that was a nice double, catching the Blissey switch in on what could have been a Fire Blast. Focus, sleep. Swampert needs his hours. Gotta respect it. Drill Peck, and another sleep. I think that's 4, isn't it? I guess we'll never know. It's fine. Unfortunate. Long sleep, but gets the Ice Beam off as it's phased out by Skarmory. Milo, gonna click Surf. But yeah, I don't know what this Milo is really gonna do here with both Starmie and Blissey. And there's another Ice Beam onto Blissey, but you know it's Blissey, so it doesn't really matter too much. And there is a Soft Boiled and a Sing, but Blissey has a wonderful singing voice, but struggling on the whole accuracy part. And there's a Wish and a Toxic from Magneton. Eden predicting a switch going for Ice Beam, or actually probably not predicting a switch. That's just the 4th move. Ice Beam, probably just hoping for a freeze. I can't say I blame him. Freeze, and that's the game. Yeah, no, that was a good game. Those are great games. I mean, both players played really, really well. Good for Dice for getting a pretty clean 2-0. It really, especially this game, Dice just fell ahead the whole time. Great job to Dice. Congrats, Eden. Great those are great 2 games. Best of luck to you in the losers bracket. Dice, continue. Good luck in the winners bracket. This has been a lot of fun to watch. Thank you again to Callous for letting me take over the narration booth for today. Hope you guys have a great day. See ya.